I have in my years reporting many things, obviously, but some stuff about the Students' Union specifically is that there's a large group of students who don't even know that we have one. And there's an even larger group of students that have no idea at any given point who is representing them in the union. They couldn't pick a URSU member, an URSU exec or director out of a crowd. So I think the union's done a lot to advertise to students. I don't think they've done as much to engage with students. And I'm talking like day-to-day stuff, meeting them where they're at, being a part of the student body, not just the people who speak for the student body. And that's a really important distinction. One of the things that I've been doing, well, sorry, David, did you want me to stop?
Well, I did, but if you want to wind up.
I can wind up. A student I was talking with this morning said that if I'm elected, I can't be a person who would go hide my face in my office like other people have. I'm not the hiding type. I would like to deal with his engagement issues, and I'd like to have the opportunity to.
Great, super. Can you give us 3 top priorities for you if you're elected?
So first one is that engagement issue that I just mentioned. Not going to go into a ton more detail about that. The second issue is also engagement, but community engagement. So URSU's put a lot of effort towards the Fund the Future initiative, which I think is fantastic. But it's been mostly students doing that push and doing that work, which makes it really easy for the university and the provincial government to reduce that to just a student's issue, when it's not just a student's issue. This is talking about this institution and the availability of it for everyone in the future. Tuition keeps going up again and again. Province keeps defunding, and that makes this less and less of an actual option for anybody. The third thing that I would prioritize comes from a town hall that happened earlier this month. RPERG organized it. It was supported by the union. I was a moderator at the event, and university leadership showed up to this event. They were invited as guests to answer student questions. And at the start, they tried to kind of take over the event and dictate how it was going to happen, how things were going to progress. And I didn't appreciate them trying to dictate all of that. That felt like being treated like a child, not like a student. And the reality of this is that university leadership are people at work. They're adults at work. We are adults seeking education to better our work potential. We're not so different. And so I would like for them to see it like that and to be acting like that.
Okay. My last question for you. Why should a voter vote for you instead of another candidate? What is special about Holly Funk?
So I've spoken to several voters, thankfully, and something that many of them have said is that the Students' Union needs fresh faces, fresh ideas. So as someone who hasn't worked with URSU before, I can definitely be that fresh face with new ideas. I'm already someone who is sought out for ideas. CBC did this big series last summer on what universities are supposed to be for. And I was one of the people that they sought out to interview. And so I got to speak on how they're supposed to be for growth and community development, and how relationships are supposed to be building here between experts in fields and novices who want to become experts in those fields. And I'd be able to bring all of those ideas to this position. I've also spoken on a panel and a rally this year advocating for justice in Palestine. I was asked to speak because of my media background and my media knowledge, but even with that, I spent hours researching the state of things so that I could boldly speak accurately on truths that people in positions of power are trying to brush aside. And I would bring those research skills, that bold speaking, all of that to this role. Also, my Carillon experience would be a serious benefit. Basically, working on an issue of the newspaper means I'm project managing 15 to 20 people working on a group project, and we do that 24 times a year. We do that successfully with quality and while growing as a group. And so I would like to bring that quality growth to the Students' Union.
David, we
Hello.
can't hear you.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mahad. I apologize. Are you there?
Yep.
Welcome. Excellent. Can you begin by telling us who you are and why you're running for president?
Yeah, I'm an international student from Pakistan pursuing business administration at University of Regina. My experience as a URSU front desk team and international student motivate me to run for president. I see an opportunity to bridge the gap between student and the services offered by URSU.
That's excellent. Now, please tell me 3 priorities for you if you are elected.
So my 3 priorities are expanding student support and resources. I will make sure all students efficiently utilize URSU services like URSU Pantry, and I want to introduce new programs like professional development, workshops, and digital skills. And sorry, I want to create a welcoming and inclusive campus. Having faced cultural adjustment challenges myself, I will prioritize initiative to make new students feel home. This includes events addressing common student issues through data-driven surveys and promoting collaboration amongst campus clubs. And last but not least is effective resource management and student advocacy. I will ensure responsible allocation of URSU funds for student benefit. Additionally, I will advocate for tuition fee reduction and increase funding for post-secondary education.
Excellent. Thank you. So finally, I want to ask you, why should a voter vote for you instead of another candidate?
My unique perspective as an international student allow me to understand the challenges faced by both domestic and international students. Furthermore, my experience within URSU combines with my dedication to data-driven solution and student advocacy, making me well equipped to efficiently represent student body by prioritizing efficient resource utilization, a welcoming campus environment, and a student support. I aim to create a more positive and successful university experience for all.
Excellent. Thank you very much. All right, now we're going to hear from candidates for VP Operations and Finance. There are 3 of them. We're going to begin with Jwalant Patel. Are you there, Jwalant?
Yes, I'm here.
Excellent. Welcome. Can you begin by telling us who you are and why you're running for Vice President, Operations and Finance?
Okay. So, hello all the members who are running for the elections. My name is Jwalant Prashantkumar. I am a 3rd-year student at the University of Regina. You might know me as the former interim VP and the director on the URSU board. I am thrilled to announce my candidacy for the VP positions and the finance in the upcoming student elections. Having experienced the inner workings and the challenges of URSU, I am deeply committed to driving positive change and making a meaningful impact on behalf of the whole student body.
Excellent. Now, please, can you tell us 3 top priorities for you if you are elected?
Yeah. So the first priority would be bringing on the financial stability, because I will continue the momentum of our remarkable financial turnaround, which we present in our AGM too, to ensure the prudent financial management, and it should be transparent enough for the students. My goal is to steer URSU towards profitability while reasonably allocating funds to support vital student initiatives. The second point will be operational efficiency, like streamlining the process such as the pack request processing, which was to be remained a priority before my term as an interim VPO. And the third one would be bringing more student empowerment. I'm dedicated to empowering students by increasing accessibility to the resources, including our emergency bursaries, and amplifying the voices through the pack request. Every student should deserve an opportunity to thrive, and I will tirelessly work to ensure the needs should be met once I will be elected.
Okay. Final question for you. Why should voters prefer you over other candidates?
So for me, my track record itself speaks. As an interim reviewer, I have previously served on the board, and we, along with the executive team and board, we have made a significant reduction in our URSU deficit, which I am planning to take hold of. The other thing will be the inclusivity and equity. I am deeply committed to championing the EDIA principles, ensuring that the students feel valued and represented. The other thing would be, which is the main thing for my campaign, will be the vision for the future. I have a clear vision for URSU future, a future marked by financial stability, having operational excellence, and unwavering support for student initiatives. With all the students' trust, I am confident that together, I, along with the other people who will be elected, can bring a brighter and more prosperous future for the URSU that should work for students by students.
Excellent. Thank you very much. All right, now I would like to call Fatemeh Zakeri to come. Are you there, Fatemeh? Fatemeh
So,
Zakeri? Hello, welcome.
hear me? Sorry.
Yes, we can hear you. Welcome.
Okay. Thank
Go.
you. My name is Fatemeh Zakeri, and I am doing my PhD studies here at the University of Regina, and I'm in the third year of my studies. I do chemistry, and I'm running for the Vice President of Operations and Finance this year. Back when I was doing my undergrad degree in Iran, in the university, I was the vice president of operations and finance in a department which was related to holding conferences and seminars at the university, and I was in direct contact with our university's treasurers and finance manager. And I found it very fulfilling and very enjoyable, and I was very good at it. In general, I'm really interested in economy. And apart from science, I'm really interested in economy and finance. So that's why I'm running for this position.
Excellent. Fatemeh, can you tell us 3 top priorities for you if you are elected?
My primary goal would be to help URSU to manage its budget, to provide more financial aid for students who are in need. And the second one would be to help also to manage its budget, to run more workshops for the students, because I see that the most courses that the students are taking are mostly theoretical aspects, and whenever they want to enter the actual marketplace, to the workplace, they lack some expertise and some abilities. So why not running some workshops that are useful in the real life for them? And also the third one would be to spreading more joy around the campus, and running more celebrations and more parties in the university, like more things like the Welcome Week that are very interesting.
That sounds great. Fatemeh, last question for you. There are 3 candidates in your race. Why should voters prefer you over other candidates?
I'm confident that with the knowledge and experience that I have, I can help URSU to fulfill the goals that I was talking about.
Excellent. That's great. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Now I would like to call up our next candidate, Damanpreet Sraan. Damanpreet, are you here?
Hi, I'm here.
Hello, welcome.
Thanks.
Can we begin with you telling us who you are and why you are running for Vice President, Operations and Finance?
So my name is Damanpreet Sraan, and I'm doing Masters of Science in Biochemistry. So my research revolves around creating knockouts of a model plant named as MOS. So I'm running for the position of the Vice President, Operations and Finance this year.
That's great. Can you tell us what are your 3 top priorities if you are elected?
So my 3 top priorities would be, first of all, allocating human resources rightfully. I do this by being a representative of the URSU in conjugation with the journal manager. Second is financial stability and transparency, including developing budgets, introducing workshops, and training for the students, which I personally feel is really important. The third thing that I feel is empathy is a great trait of a leader. So the new thing that the priority that would be mine would be the empathetic collaborations with the nonprofit organizations. and the URSU, because I feel that if this is gonna happen in the URSU and the students, so students would be like more field related to what is working, what is happening in the URSU.
Okay, excellent. Well, thank you very much for that. Now I would like to call up some candidates who are running for Director of Campion College. And the first one I will call.
Sorry, David, my one question is left.
Oh, I apologize. Your question,
Yeah, it's
why
okay.
I should prefer you. I apologize.
Yeah.
Please
Yeah,
tell us.
and that's
Why should voters prefer you over other candidates?
Yeah, so being an international student, I deeply understand the circumstances and student-related issues to finances. So that aspects put me in the forefront to bring a change. I'm vocal about the issues. I'm confident. I believe in assertive communication, and I think I carry that personality to be vocal at the executive position. So that's why voters should choose me over the other candidates.
That sounds accurate. Very good. Thank you for joining us. Okay, I would like to call up now two candidates for Director of Campion College, beginning with Alexander Kuntz. Are you here, Alexander? Alexander Kuntz, are you here? All right, then let's hear from our next candidate for Director of Campion College, Lakwinder Singh. Are you here, Lakwinder? All right, I see Lakwinder is not with us in the room, so let's move on. If they join us later, we can invite them to speak. We have three candidates now for Director of Faculty of Arts. So let me begin with Daphne Nnbeife. Daphne, are you here with us?
Yes, I am.
Welcome.
Hi.
Can we begin with you telling us who you are and why you are running for Director of Faculty Arts?
My name is Daphne. I'm a fourth-year international studies major. I'm set to graduate next June. I'm already currently on the board as like Faculty of Arts, actually. But then the reason why I decided to run again was because like being the director, I kind of like realized that there were like a lot of like opportunities that other faculties had that the art faculty didn't necessarily have, or like they didn't prioritize. So I decided to run again to try and bring those things for the students.
Excellent. Can you tell us, what are your top three priorities if you are elected?
My top three priorities, one is I actually want to get more Faculty of Arts students to like participate in URSU, like in the council, and just overall like just get them to actually know like what their student fees are going to, because I realize that a lot of people in arts don't really care about like money for URSU. To them it's like just another stress. And then secondly, I want to try and get like promote like the co-op opportunities in art, because like a lot of like departments in art don't really like, they don't have strong co-op programs. So that's what I want to do. And then I also want to try and bring in more in doing career fairs. I want to bring in more companies that do have focus in art courses, because most of the time I did realize that it was just science, engineering, or business. So like those are my top three priorities right now. But I do believe that as time goes on, I would probably be able to find more problems and fix them.
Okay, excellent. One last question for you, Daphne.
Okay, for sure. Yeah.
Why should voters prefer you over other candidates?
I don't know the other candidates, but I do know that I am very passionate about this. I do want what's best for art, because like everything I'm doing, I would say I'm not doing it for myself, because I am going to graduate soon. I'm doing it for the people that are coming after me. I just want them to be exposed to benefit from things that we in the Faculty of Arts right now weren't able to benefit from previously. So I do believe that like voting for me will help like people that are still here and people that are coming overall.
Okay, excellent. Well, thank you very much for joining us. Next, I would like to call up Ahmed Qureshi. Ahmed, are you with us? Ahmed, Qureshi, are you there? All right. Let's call our next candidate then for Arts Faculty Director, Harmeet Kaur Brar. Harmeet, are you there? Harmeet Brar? Okay, let's move on. If they come later, we can invite them to speak. Now I'm going to ask candidates for Business Administration Faculty Director to come, and I'm going to begin with Nitish Mahajan. Nitish, are you there? Nitish Mahajan, are you there? All right, let's move to the next candidate. Veer Kapoor, are you there? Veer? Veer Kapoor.
Hi.
Welcome. Thank you for joining us, Veer. Can you begin by telling us who you are and why you're running for Business Administration Faculty Director?
Yeah. Hi, greetings to all of you. I'm Veer Kapoor, an international student from India. I'm currently pursuing business administration, and this is going to be my second year. So, as a current member of the URSU community, I have seen the importance of effective leadership firsthand. I am running because I believe in fostering inclusivity, amplifying student voices, and driving positive changes within our university.
Excellent. Thank you for that. Now, can you tell us, if you are elected, what will be your top 3 priorities?
So, if I'm elected, the top three priorities that I have are going to be enhancing campus mental health resources by increasing and promoting mental wellness initiatives. Second is going to be strengthening student advocacy and support services to address issues such as academic accessibility. And last, not the least, making sure everyone's voice is heard and supported.
Very good. Thank you. Okay, one final question for you before we go. Why should voters prefer you over other candidates?
So the voters should prefer me because of my commitment to transparency and accountability. I bring fresh perspectives and collaborative approach to problem solving. I'm dedicated to serving as a strong voice for all students and ensuring their concerns are heard and addressed. So together we can make a meaningful difference in shaping the future of a university.
Excellent. Okay, thank you very much. Now I would like to call our next candidate for Business Administration Faculty Director, Ziyang Li. Are you with us, Ziyang?
Yes, David. Can you hear me?
Excellent. Welcome. Do you want to begin by telling us who you are and why you are running?
Sure, thank you. My name is Ziyang Li. I usually go by Zayo. I was the VP Student Affairs at the University of Zhejiang Student Union from 2020 to 2022. And my decision to return to this organization stems not only from my role as an active student member, but also from my commitment to ensure accountability and transparency within our student organization.
Excellent. If you are elected, Ziyang, can you tell us what will be your top 3 priorities?
Yeah, so my top priority will be working with the governance committee of our URSU to review the governance structures and documentations to improve our overall governance and in order to improve our transparency and accountability of the organization, and also to create a consistent communication channel with our student organizations at the Faculty of Business. Since I'm the board director, running at the Faculty of Business. And my last priority will be rebuild our collective visions and initiatives with our key stakeholders, such as university administrations and the key student organizations. That's probably my top 3 priorities. Thank you.
Excellent. Very good. One final question then. There are several candidates running in this race, seeking this position. Why should voters prefer you?
Well, to be honest, I don't think like this way, because as long as student candidates, including myself, serve the board and the stakeholders with a passion and the fiduciary duties, there will be positive outcomes for this organization. It is not about how many votes we're getting it is about how many STEM memberships realize the impacts of their votes.
Okay, thank you very much for that insightful comment. Next, I would like to call up candidates from the Science Faculty Director, and I'm beginning with Rishi Thakkar. Are you there, Rishi?
Hi, yes, I'm here.
Welcome, Rishi. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Good.
I'm
To
here.
begin, I'd like to ask you, please introduce us and tell us why you are running for Science Faculty Director.
So, hello everyone. My name is Rishi Thakkar, and I'm a student of Computer Science Department. And currently, I'm in third year. I'm standing for the position of Director of Faculty of Science because I have been affiliated with URSU on past occasions in many different ways. Like I have been part of URSU later, been part of your ambassador programs since 2022, and I've also been the part of the director of Leon in the past. So I can say that I have been around the university and know how all things work, and I would like to spread my wing and would like to be in a position of director of science and help others.
Excellent. Rishi, can you tell us, if you are elected, what are your top three priorities?
So my priorities after I'm elected as the director of science would be communicating and bonding between the science club and students. So we can see that nowadays there are many clubs for different departments within the science course. But what I would like and many other students would like to see is bending between the clubs from different departments of science. So we can have events and clubs. So from not just one, like not just CS or just biology, but from multiple departments coming together. And that will be very much beneficial for university and student as well, because they can work with from they can work different students. My other priority will be resources for students. Like I know there are resources for tutoring and materials for students, but they are not easily accessible nowadays to students who don't not exactly come to university on a regular basis. I can see that many people suffer and have difficulties with the tutoring problem. I would like to make it more accessible easily to other students as well, like not just on university campus, but online as well. So I think that I can make it possible. And the other will be collaboration and engagement between students and faculties. So nowadays I don't see that there are many students and teachers working together on the campus. So I think that if we make it possible, it will be beneficial for both students to grow in that field.
Okay, excellent. One final question for you, if you please.
Yeah.
Why should students prefer you over other candidates? What is special about you?
I can't say special, but I would like to say that, as I said before, I have been here for more like around 3 years now, and currently I have been through almost every kind of situation there is that a student can pass through. So I think that I would be more helpful and beneficial if they choose me, that I can help them in any way kind of possible to get out of the situation, or if they need any help, I will be easily accessible and available as well.
Okay, thank you very much for that. Now I'd like to call up our next Science Faculty Director candidate, Simarpreet Purba. Simarpreet, are you with us?
Yes, hello.
Excellent, welcome. To begin, can you tell us who you are and why you are running for the position you're running for?
So, hi everyone. My name is Simarpreet Purba, and I am a second-year student at the Faculty of Science, and I'm majoring in computer science. And since the last year, I have been actively trying to engage with the student union and other clubs on the campus, and I've been trying to be part of various URSU's volunteering team for multiple events. And this time, I'll be running for the position of Director of Faculty Science in the student union, with the belief that the power that comes with it will help me promote collaboration, leadership, and the transformative kind of role that that technology, we all know that this kind of role that technology plays in the society. And I feel that in some way I can make a meaningful impact for the students by acting as a link between the students, the faculty, and also in making the experience more streamlined for them.
Excellent. Thank you for that. Now, can you tell us, if you are elected, what are your top 3 priorities?
So at the center of attention of my platform is the idea of student involvement and participation. And I see that the other things basically follow that. So all of the infrastructure we can see exists, and there are a lot of clubs for involvement. Faculties have various programs, but what I feel is that most of the students don't really know that. Coming from my experience personally, it took me almost 4 months, the full first semester, to realize what kind of clubs and other facilities were available for me to take part in. So I think that can be improved if we are fostering a more stronger community, and we're organizing more regular events, workshops, or talks that cater to the interest of students and make them aware about the opportunities. And that will lead into improving the communication. Like we do have all the Facebook page, all the Instagram pages, and all the other social media platforms running for these clubs and all these programs. But I don't think so. They come under that one umbrella of the student union that they should. It makes it easier for the students to engage with them. I don't like to talk in abstract terms, so I can give you a concrete example of maybe starting like I will advocate for something like a show on the student union radio that we have recently started up, about where people from various clubs can come in and every week and talk about things that they are doing. So I think that it is just more about how streamlined we can make the collaboration between various things that are going on in the department and the union.
Okay, excellent. I have one final question for you. Why should students prefer you over other candidates? What do you bring that is unique and special?
So I feel that any opinion that I will give will be obviously biased, but I would still say that in any position of leadership, I think always being open to inputs and improvements and suggestions from the people that you're actually representing is the most important thing, and that is being accountable to the people. So I feel that I in some form would embody those characteristics. So and yeah, that's why I think that voters should choose me.
Very good. Thank you very much. All right. In a moment, we're going to hear from Faculty of Engineering candidates. Before we do, we've been joined by Ahmed Qureshi. Ahmed is a candidate for Arts Faculty Director, and the other candidates for Art Faculty Director spoke before. So I would like to invite Ahmed to come now and speak. If you are there, Ahmed?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Welcome. To begin, can you tell us who you are and why you're running for Arts Faculty Director?
Sure. My name's Ahmed Saleh Qureshi. I go by Saleh, which is my middle name. I'm a second-year student at the University of Regina. I'm in psychology, so I'm majoring in psychology, but I'm in the Faculty of Arts. And the reason I'm running for this position is because I feel like I've seen in this faculty, because I used to be in science before, but I switched to arts, great amount of potential. And this potential is something I can elaborate maybe when I'm talking about my points on what I'm campaigning on. But I feel like the points that I would bring when it comes to research and stuff like that, I felt like I have a solid game plan that I so far have not seen being implemented, if that makes sense. That's why I wanted to run for this, to bring that to life.
Okay, good. So then why don't you tell us, if you're elected, what are your top 3 priorities?
Yeah. So my first priority, this is something that I've based off of my conversations with, I'd say, tens of students, generally speaking, is research opportunities when it comes to fields, not any specific field, but in general, because I remember conversations I've had even with professors actually about this, where a lot of the listings for research programs are either done from the individual organizations, for example, ARPERG, right, that would post their research stuff on their organization website and their social media account, or you would have to go to your specific fields board. So psychology has theirs in Adham, for example, building. You'd go to the board and try to look for the listing. I feel like that was a little bit for me troublesome because you have so many different places to look, go here, go there. I wanted to centralize this. I wanted kids to have more access to research because I felt there could be a lot of barriers when it comes to going through all the social media accounts in different places. So centralizing research and because of that, you'll have more research opportunity is one. The second thing I'd like to bring up is about co-op opportunity. Now, this is something I'm just getting more and more familiar with right now, so I don't have a ton of information on this. But from what I understand, co-op opportunity is something that can be actually advocated for and then I'd say bargain for almost in a sense. So that's something I am looking to work on as well as a second point. And then the third point I'd like to add on top of this is I'd also like to synthesize the communication between the different clubs within the Faculty of Arts because they are often working for the same interests separately from what I've observed. I don't want to go into case studies because it does take a while, but these are three things that I am looking to work on.
Okay, very good. Thank you. One final question. Why should students prefer you as a candidate over other people, perhaps?
Yeah, so I think one thing I can, or I'd say two things actually that come to my mind right now. Number one is I do have quite a bit of experience when it comes to leading and organizing initiatives. I've been involved in some other organizations such as the Rijana Dawa Association. That was we recently, we were on a couple of news channels for the work we did. So I had experience from this is almost a year ago, starting that organization up, and recently a club on campus. So I've been getting increasingly a greater amount of experience specifically when it comes to organizing initiatives between different communities, which is exactly what I'm proposing to bring to the table right now. So I think that's one thing that could set me apart from different candidates. And the second thing I'd say that sets me apart from different candidates is my diversity of connections. There could be, language barriers and cultural barriers when it comes to accessing different people and stuff like that. And so I think what I bring is a larger pool of culture and language because I am fluent in 3 different languages and then getting close to fluent in another 2. And I do have, even though I was born in Canada, I do have cultural history in both primarily India and a little bit in the Arabian continent as well. Not continent, I mean the Arabian Peninsula as well. So I think that's the second thing that would also set me apart, communication-wise.
Okay, excellent. Thank you for that. Now I would like to call up candidates for Engineering Faculty Director, starting with Ansar Ahmed. Are you there, Ansar?
Yes, David. Yeah.
Excellent. Welcome.
My name is Ansar Ahmed, and I'm a second-year software systems engineering student here in the University of Regina. And so for the first question, over the 2 years that I've spent in the university, I've engaged in several projects and leadership roles, which I feel like it equipped me to have a deeper understanding with the faculty and the needs and challenges that it goes through. And because of that, I'm running as faculty director of engineering because I would like to bridge the gap between the students and the faculty, which would also enhance academic and extracurricular offerings.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Let me ask you, if you are elected, what will be your top 3 priorities?
So for my first priority, I would, make it more accessible for students to have more scholarship opportunities, especially for engineering students. I do know that there's many opportunities already, but maybe students do not have an idea or, don't have the requirements for it or stuff like that. So I would say one of them would be have more scholarship opportunities and, provide an easier way to learn more about them and stuff like that. And the second one I would say was, wanting to bring more opportunities regarding co-op programs. Recently, co-op programs have been really successful in a lot of faculties and programs, but most students are not aware of their criterias, curriculums, and their requirements. And so, something like that it would be really helpful as engineering students, maybe have some seminars or workshops, teaches them stuff, what to expect and what you should learn, what you do. And third one is, of course, promoting equality and diversity. It's such an important aspect in life. And, I would like to implement that as well in the engineering program as well.
Okay, excellent. Thank you. One final question. Why should students prefer you, support you over other candidates?
So I feel like what sets me like apart from other candidates is like I've had a lot of leadership opportunities, and like I've since 2 years here I've been working like a lot of places outside school as well, which taught me how how that how I can be a leader. And I would say like I have a deep commitment for this thing, and being a soon to be an engineer, hopefully within 2 to 3 years, I have this thing where I can tackle problems, solving problems, and it's basically my thing. So I would say like engaging with people, with students, I feel like whatever problems that they have, if brought to me, I could you know tackle them ease, and together we can create a more vibrant and inclusive faculty, so which not only like meets our academic aspirations, but also fosters a sense of belongingness and achievement together.
Okay, very good. Thank you. The second candidate for engineering faculty director is Samarth Singh, and he has sent me a note saying that he is not able to come. He's not able to come this afternoon. So instead, we're going to move on to our next group of candidates. But before we do, I noticed that we've been joined by Harmeet Kaur Brar, who's running for arts faculty director. I wonder if, Harmeet, are you there? Your candidates in arts faculty director, the other candidates have already spoken, so I'd like to invite you to come and speak now. Harmeet, are you there?
Hello.
Hello, welcome.
Hello everybody. It's Harmeet here, and I'm a student of liberal arts. That's my second semester in this university. I'm running for campaign director, and if I'm talking about that, what can I do for the university students? So that is like supporting students' initiatives. Like I can work with the student union to support their initiatives as organizing art exhibitions, cultural events, or workshops relevant to the arts faculty. And I can provide the allocate resources or funding to student unions to help them carry out their activity effectively. And like I can act as a liaison between the faculty administration and the student union faculty communication, and ensuring the student voice and heard and considered in decision-making processes. And if I'm talking about the guidance and mentorship, so I can provide the guidance and mentorship to student union leaders, helping them develop the leadership skills and navigate any challenges they may encounter.
Very good.
Yeah. And
Harmeet, can I ask you a question, please? What are your top 3 priorities if you are elected as arts faculty director?
My priorities are
Harmeet, have we lost you? Let's give her one moment to see if she can join us. All right, let's move on Now we're going to hear from candidates in kinesiology and health studies for the kinesiology and health studies faculty director, beginning with Jasmine Dillon. Jasmine, are you with us? I can see from the participants list that Jasmine is not here. So the second candidate, Idris Balogan, is also not here. So let us move on to the next group of candidates. This is the Graduate Studies and Research Faculty Director candidates. Let's begin with Nisar Ali. Nisar, are you with us? Nisar Ali? All right. The next candidate for Graduate Studies and Research, Sapna. Sapna, are you with us? All right, I can see that Sapna is also not here. Moving on, we are going to look at candidates for International Students Director, beginning with Kanusika Kalaichelvan. Forgive me for butchering your name this way. Kanuska, are you with us? Next,
Hi.
Oh, hello, welcome.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
No, it's no problem. Do you want to begin by telling us who you are and why you're running for International Students Director?
Yes. Hi, I'm Kanusika Kalaichelvan. I'm honored to be here today. And I am from Sri Lanka. I'm majoring in second year BSc, majoring in mathematics. Okay. I am running today because I've experienced and I understand the firsthand how it is to be an international student. I've been through most of the troubles, I believe, and I think I will be good for this position.
Excellent. Kanushka, can you tell us what are your top 3 priorities if you are elected?
Mental health, actually, to begin with, because moving away from families and everything you have grown up with, it's difficult. It will affect a lot of students. And then it would be, how can I say, making the campus more culture. I think we need more diverse activities like events, forums, workshops to make all cultures aware. And lastly, I want people to use more URSU facilities. I think it can be used more. And open communication, and I think all the voices have to be heard.
Okay, very good. Thank you. One final question for you. Why should students prefer you over other candidates?
I believe I have a diverse group around me, all my friends, and I think they have taught me and they are teaching me every day about more cultures. And I've also have a track record of leadership. I've been a lot of school captains, clubs captains, and I feel like that would help me lead this.
Okay, very good. Thank you very much.
Thank you so
Next, we're going to move on to Navraj Brar. Navraj Brar, also candidate for International Students Director. Are you with us, Navraj? Okay, then, let us move on. Now we're going to hear from candidates for Women Students Director, beginning with Shivangi Sharma. Shivangi, are you with us? Shivangi Sharma?
Sorry, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can. Welcome.
Hi, thank you.
Do you want to begin by telling us who you are and why you're running for Director of Women Students?
Sure. My name is Shivangi, and I'm a third year. I'm in my third year of my undergrad degree, and I'm pursuing an honors in biology. In my 3 years of being on campus, I have come across countless incidents of microscopic levels of disparity and discrimination, and things which women don't talk about. And I would like to change that. I would like to have a voice in URSU representing the said community and their concerns.
Okay, very good. Shivangi, can you tell us, if you are elected, what would be your top 3 priorities?
My most important priority would be to communicate that as a representative, I am not an entity above the community, but a part of the community, and I'm working for them. That would be my utmost priority, to have it known to the people that I'm working for. My second priority would be to promote inclusivity and mental health within the community. It breaks my heart to see so many incredible women who tie themselves into knots, not for the lack of capabilities, I must say, but more so because of lack of support and opportunities and accessibility to the ones that are available for them. So I will make it a point to promote services like mental and financial support for women in distress, by connecting them to organizations that work towards educating and promoting subjects of consent and awareness and have support for these women. My third priority would be that the campus community of women have a safe space to voice their concerns and are given opportunities for the same on a regular basis.
Okay, very good. One final question for you. Why should students looking at you and the other candidates prefer you?
That's a great question, actually. I have been, just to give a bit of a background, I've been with the Catalan in a news writer's capacity for about a year now. And a big part of my job is to have conversations about students' rights and concerns on campus community. I believe my job has given me the opportunity to engage in conversations which would otherwise not happen, or at least not happen outside the immediate friend circle. And through these conversations, I have realized the concerns that have gone unsaid. And when I say that these concerns have gone unsaid, it is not for the lack of willingness to address these, but more so because there is a perceived lack of a safe space to have these conversations. I want to change that, as I've said before. And a big part of having a safe space is having someone who feels safe to talk to. And I believe the connections that I've already built, and I pride myself in being able to form those connections, and the connections that I've built already on this campus, in this space, will help me further that agenda. And I think for someone who will be seen as an ally, someone who will be working with the people for the community and not as an entity above them, I think it makes me an appropriate candidate to represent them. And that's why I vote for me.
Okay, thank you very much. Now I'd like to call up the next candidate for Women's Students Director, Nadiya Ekhteraeitoussi. And forgive me for mispronouncing your name.
That's okay.
Nadiya, are you there? Welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody, for joining this forum. My name is Nadiya. I'm doing my PhD studies in educational leadership, and my research area is women EDI challenges. To now, I've done different kinds of researches on campus, University of Regina, University of Saskatchewan, for women and the challenges they have. My experience with URSU refer back to 2021, when I started as a board member, director of education. And after that, I had the chance to be the VP External Affairs in 2022 to 2023. And now I'm running for this position. I was able to run and found different kinds of campaign and tabling and different kinds of community for women's support, including immunocompromised supporting group, single mom, single parent supporting group, breastfeeding supporting group, and these campaigns for supporting international women here. Also, right now, I'm doing a research on international women students and the breastfeeding challenges on campus. These are the things, an area that I've done in women fields here in University of Regina.
Okay, very good. Let me ask you, if you are elected as Director of Women Students, what will be your top 3 priorities?
My 3 priorities are based on 3 main T, which the first one is transparency, truth, and the team working, which is very important. And I'm very confident about that, because I think it's a long time that the students lost their connection and engagement with University of Regina Students Union, and they don't have trust as before. So I think it's a time that related back and make another connection with new students and also the older students to have more involvement of them, which is very important. And the next one, which is very important, is the transparency, that I think it's a long time that it's not being seen in URSU. So I think it's very good that we have a new team to bring it back again and introduce it to the students.
Okay, one final question for you. There are other candidates running for this position. Why should students prefer you?
The first reason maybe is that I've done many different kinds of research in women area, and because I talked to many students and women students on campus, I know what kinds of challenges they are dealing with, and I really would like to have this position to help them more and have this power to help them more. And the next one is that when I was vice president of external affairs, I had different kinds of agenda, and I've done all of them while my year was finished. So I think that if I talk about my plans, I will do them for sure. And the next part is that I think I have enough experience in being in URSU and know the bylaws and the rules and how everything works. So it's another thing. And these are the general things. And I have a connection with different kinds of faculties due to my notion of the work and experience. So I think I can make more faculties and students involved as much as possible. Thank you.
Thank you for that.
Mr. Chair, just a point of objection is that would you please close the chat, because I think it's not fair chatting.
Yes, I agree. I was just looking at that. I agree. It's inappropriate for whatever this issue is, whoever is raising it, to be raising it in this way. All right, I've done my best. Let's move on to the final candidate for Women's Studies Director, Simran Kaur. Are you with us, Simran?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Welcome.
Hi.
You want to begin by telling us about yourself and why you are running?
For sure. I'm Simran Kaur, and I'm currently in my second semester and I'm studying business. I'm running for this position because I'm deeply passionate about advancing women's rights and fostering inclusivity in our community. I believe that by serving as a constituency director for women, I can leverage my experience in community engagement to create a meaningful change. I see this role as an opportunity to make a tangible difference and create a future where every woman has the opportunity to shape the direction of a community.
Excellent, thank you. Let me ask you, if you are elected Director of Women Students, what will be your top 3 priorities?
Okay, so firstly, my first priority will be implementing policies for gender equality. Secondly, it will be enhancing community engagement. And thirdly, will be promoting women's political participation.
Very good. One final question for you. There are several candidates running for Women's Students Director. Why should students prefer you?
So my passion for promoting women's participation, coupled with my concrete plan to implement initiatives that empower women and amplifies their voices, sets me apart as a candidate who is not just seeking for a role, but advocating for real tangible change. I believe voters should choose me because I offer a transformative and inclusive vision for a constituency, one where every voice is heard, every perspective is valued, and every woman is empowered to shape the future of a community.
Okay, thank you very much. Now I'd like to move on to candidates for Part-Time Students Director, beginning with Abhayagiri Gaswami. Are you with us, Abhayagiri? Oh, hold on. I have received a message from Abhay Gaswami. He has said that his throat is sore. He's asked me to read a statement for him, and I'm going to do that. But first, I'd like to ask the other candidate for Part-Time Students Director, Harmanjot Singh, to come forward. Are you with us, Harmanjot? Harmanjot Singh? All right. In that case, I'm going to read to you a statement from Abhay Gaswami, who's running for part-time students. He can't read it himself, but he's asked me to do it, and so I shall. It says, hello.
Hello, David. I'm Harman.
Oh, Harman. Very well. Let's proceed with you, and I will read Abhay's statement after.
First of all, good afternoon to everyone.
Thank you. Harman, do you want to begin by telling us who you are and why you are running for this position?
Yeah, sure. My name is Harmanjot Singh, and it's my second semester in University of Regina, and I am pursuing my studies in liberal arts.
Very good. Harmanjot, can you tell us, if you are elected as part-time students director, what will be your top 3 priorities?
The 3 priorities which I think I should be mentioned is related to choosing the subjects which most of the international students as well as international students face. So the second priority is regarding accommodations, and which is very common, which I have seen in many with many of the students I have talked in the university, and they said that they are not much able to get a good accommodation. And the last priority, which I think is co-op jobs, because I also face this problem in university.
Okay. Okay, that's very good. Thank you for that. I have one final question for you. Why should students prefer you, support you over other candidates?
I think the students should vote me because I am very confident about my priorities, as well as I have faced with the priorities which I have mentioned, I have faced in my university.
Okay, very good. Thank you for that. Now let's call up, actually our next candidate is Abhay Gaswami. He has said that he cannot finish his statement, but I'm going to read it for him. So let us begin. It says, hello, my name is Abhay Gaswami, and I'm excited to be running for the Board of Directors of Part-Time Students at the University of Regina. As a student myself, I understand the unique challenges that part-time students face, and I'm committed to representing their interests on the board. If elected, I will work tirelessly to make sure that the voices of part-time students are heard and that their needs are met. My experience: I've been a student at the University of Regina for 3 years and have been actively involved in the student community. I've served as a member of the Senate and have gained valuable experience in working with fellow students to identify issues and create solutions. Additionally, I have served as university counsel, and that has given me a solid foundation in leadership and communication skills. My main goal as a board member for part-time students is to improve access to resources and support services. Part-time students often have competing demands on their time, and they may not be able to access such services. So that is Abhay Gaswami's statement. He's also running for part-time students director. Now let's move to the next group of candidates, equity and campaign. And I want to ask Kanan to come up. Are you with us, Kanan? Kanan, are you there? All right, let us ask Hussain Baldiwala.
Hi.
Hussain, are
Yes.
you with us? Welcome.
Yes.
Do you want to begin by telling us who you are and why you're running for Equity and Campaign Director?
Yeah. My name is Hussain, and as a dedicated university student majoring in psychology from Faculty of Science, and I'm in your second year, I'm deeply committed to advancing equity and inclusion within our campus community. Running for the position of Equity and Campaign Director, I bring a wealth of academic knowledge and a passion for social justice to the table. My background in psychology has provided me with a solid understanding of human behavior, societal dynamics, which I believe are crucial for effective advocacy work in our university setting.
Excellent. Let me ask you, Hussain, if you please, what, if you are elected, will be your top 3 priorities?
If I got elected, my top 3 priorities, it goes like this. Firstly, enhancing awareness and education surrounding issues of equity, diversity, and inclusion among students, faculty, and staff. Second, implementing tangible initiatives and policies aimed at addressing systematic inequalities and fostering a more inclusive campus environment. Thirdly, collaborating with LGBTQ+ students, organizations, and community partners to organize awareness campaigns, pride events, and educational workshops to foster understanding, acceptance, and allyship within the university community.
Okay, thank you for that. One final question for you. There are several candidates running for this position. Why should voters, students prefer you?
Voters should consider supporting me over the other candidates due to my unique blend of academic expertise, dedication to social justice, and hands-on experience in organizing and leading advocacy initiatives. As a psychology major, I possess a deep understanding of underlying psychological and social factors contributing to inequities informing my strategic approach to addressing these issues with our university context. Additionally, my role as a senior ambassador, where I actively assist fellow students in navigating university life and overcoming challenges, further strengthens my candidacy. Through this role, I have honed my communication skills, empathy, and problem-solving abilities, which will be invaluable asset in advocating for the needs and concerns for all the students as equity and campaign director. And lastly, being fluent in languages like Hindi, Gujarati, Punjabi, and of course English makes me and like puts me at a different position than the rest of the other candidates. That makes me more approachable to the students in addressing their issues and concerns.
Very good. Very good. Thank you very much. Now I'd like to call up our third candidate for Equity in Campaign, Bashar Moolla. Are you with us, Bashar?
Hi. Yeah, I'm here.
Excellent. Welcome. Do you want to begin by telling us a bit about yourself and why you are running?
Yep. So I'll start off by introducing myself. My name is Bashar Moolla. I'm in my third year of politics, philosophy, and economics. And the reason for running for this position is because of my diverse background with campus life so far. I've been a part of quite a few student groups, and I feel that using my experiences and my sort of outreach on campus, I would be able to offer good insight and take on this role in a way that's meaningful.
Okay, very good. Bashar, let me ask you, if you are elected, what will be your top 3 priorities?
So the first priority of mine would most definitely be just increasing inclusivity, whether it be EDI events or other events, multi-faith or multicultural events. That'll be something that I look to bring forward, and that with that comes campaigning and bringing different campaigns that address these sort of larger issues or bringing these to the topic. My second would be just using my experiences that I have on campus. Having been a part of a few different student clubs, I have quite a vast experience with URSU. I haven't had a position with URSU as of yet, but it'll be a way of me bringing my sort of understanding and knowledge of how things operate to the forefront. And then lastly, just building onto that is my experiences with students themselves. So from my presidency role at the MSA on campus, and then my other executive positions with UR-Polis and the University of Regina Pre-Law Club, I've had quite a vast experience with really getting to understand how different students are represented, and how we can further representation in a meaningful way for all students from all walks of life.
Okay, thank you for that. One final question. There are several candidates running for this position. Why should students prefer you?
Yep. If I haven't mentioned it enough times already, obviously my sort of diverse background is what would set me apart from my other counterparts that are running for this position. And on top of that is the fact that when it comes to these sort of positions, having been grown up here in Regina, and also being exposed to the sort of different walks of life that come onto campus, I have a very different understanding of how things can be operated and how to address, seeing to campus needs in a way that suits or best suits our representation.
Okay, thank you for that. Now I'm going to ask a group of candidates to come up who are running for 2S LGBTQ plus constituency representative. And I want to begin with Adedoyin Afolabi. Adedoyin, are you with us?
Yes. Hi, David. Thank you.
Hello, welcome. Do you want to begin by telling us who you are and why you're running for this position?
Yes, thank you, David. Hi, everyone. My name is Adedoyin Afolabi. You can call me Yin. I am a science major, currently in my first year at the University of Regina, and I am running because I know what it feels like to be a Black mass queer person in a world that rejects diversity and wants conformity. I've been here for almost a year, and it was hard for me to find people that look like me and people that have shared lived experiences like me on campus, and that is something that I'm looking to find a way to solve. The towards LGBTQ plus community in U of R needs to be stronger and more tightly knit. And the core of my work and all the work I have always done, because I have a experience in community organization and social advocacy from Nigeria in Lagos. I worked with Global Black Pride Toronto, one of the very first biggest pride events in Toronto that brought together Black people from all over the world. I also worked with the Global Black Gay Men Connect, which is also in New York and Toronto. So one of the core of my work is people and community organization.
Very good. Can you tell us, if you are elected, what will be your top 3 priorities?
My top 3 priorities are community, support, and representation. For community, I believe that people make the world work. Nothing works if there are no people involved. And people are what brings us together. People are the foundation of everything that exists in the world. I would seek to establish a stronger community for queer people on campus. I would work hand in hand with U of R Pride and other queer organizations to foster more events and more gatherings of queer people where we can come, talk about our lived experiences, talk about how to support each other, which brings to my second point of support, how to support one another, creating opportunities that are targeted specifically for queer people. I noticed the welcoming event, there wasn't a specific event that targeted and directed the queer community. We have community for women, we have community for indigenous people, we have events that target these particular groups of, marginalized groups. And I believe that as someone that is Black, there are Black queer people, there are indigenous queer people, there are women that are queer. So this is a fundamental layers of marginalization. And I believe that we as the queer community should also have events and outreaches that target us specifically and our unique needs, which is representation. So I want to be a voice and a face for my community, to be able to reach out to organizations and work hand in hand with them to ensure that the voice of the queer community in U of R is heard. And I am pushing and promoting for, our space in the world. We're going to take up space as much as we can, because nobody's going to hand it over to you. You have to go and you have to take up the space. And that is what I'm here for. I'm here to take up space for my community, because we are here and we're not going anywhere.
Okay, excellent. May I ask you one final question? There are several candidates running for this position. Why should students prefer you for this position?
Yes, I have a track record, as I said earlier, in community organization and social advocacy. I know how to collaborate with organizations. I know how to collaborate with people from different walks of life to get what I need to support my community. And because of these past experiences, and because I have a heart for advocacy and I have a heart for people, people are the core of all of the work that I do. This is why the voters should vote for me, because they know that I am one of them. I am part of you. I understand the struggles. I know your stories. You know my story. And together, we're going to work to build a tightly knit community that meets the need of the 2S LGBTQ plus community of U of R students.
Okay, thank you very much. Next, I would like to call up Dayne Stenberg. Style, are you with us?
Yes, I am, David. Thanks. First and foremost, I want to start by acknowledging that today I'm calling in from the Treaty 4 lands. Also, the Students' Union has a presence in Treaty 6, and these are the territories of the Nehawak, the Anishinaabeg, the Dakota, Lakota, and Dakota, and these are also the homeland of the Métis and Michif Nations, and I'm very thrilled and honored to be able to join you folks from Treaty 4 territory. Before I jump into the cut and thrust of it, David, I'd be remiss if I also didn't thank every single person on this call today. I think that when you throw your hat into the ring, inevitably you will end up ruffling some feathers. And the folks that are on this call that are brave and courageous enough to do the work that we've all signed up to do, it does not go unnoticed by folks that are currently at the university and within student leadership at the university. And it's definitely a good, warm feeling. So thank you, everyone, for joining and putting your hat in the ring. And I also, David, just one more quick thing. Within that, I believe this is one of the first times in many, many, many years that this particular role, the LGBTQ director at URSU, has been challenged. So I think that's really exciting to talk about queer organization here on campus. So who am I? My name is Dayne Stenberg. I'm a philosophy, politics, and economics major. I'm in my 4th year. I'm also a community organizer. My partner and I are currently producing a drag event here at the Owl to raise money for the You Are Loved Bursary. The You Are Loved Bursary is a one-of-a-kind bursary at the University of Regina to assist 2S LGBTQ youth who are houseless and looking for post-secondary education. In my spare time, I'm also a farmer. I raise sustainable and relatively free-range chickens and turkeys.
Excellent. Thank you for that. Stal, if you are elected as in this director position, what will be your top 3 priorities?
So David, I think you're kind of asking about vision and what do I see for the future of URSU and also the student movement on campus. You know, I've also been in this position now for 2 years, so I do have a fairly robust track record of student advocacy and financial responsibility. But I'm not here to talk about what I've done. I'm here to talk about what I want to do, vision. So first and foremost, it's equity. And I'm talking about equity for all students. So for too long, I think a lot of us have noticed that URSU may have been politicized by some private interest groups. I do believe that there are some folks that are able to infiltrate the board of directors and they don't have the interests of the many, they have the interests of the few at heart. I really believe in less politics and more action. The second thing that I want to see is survival. I want to see the survival of the student movement so that our membership can thrive. And what does that look like? It looks at revisiting a lot of our policies to go back to our foundations. Within our Constitution, we do have the purposes laid out, and that basically says we are here to support the educational interests of the students. So really doing a deep dive into our policies, trimming the fat to make sure that the board of directors and our executive and the administration is pulling all the stops out so that we can support all students regardless of what community they happen to come from. And also the last one is definitely connection. I've heard some other folks on the call talk about connection and community engagement, which makes me very excited. But also we need to acknowledge that we represent students all across Saskatchewan and Prince Albert and Saskatoon, and also rural and remote students. I think URSU can do a better job to connecting with those communities and also making sure that, like other folks have said on the call as well, that we make sure that those folks are being best advocated for.
Okay. Stal, there are 2 other candidates for this position. And as you mentioned, that's fantastic. Why should students, voters prefer you?
I can't remember who said it earlier, but David, I would have to disagree with the premise of the question. It's not really a choice of who is more adept or qualified for the position. If I do a deep dive on my 2 opponents, I am in awe, and I look forward to collaborating with them in any capacity moving forward on campus. But I do think that track record does speak for itself. I have been in the role for 2 years. Part of my record is definitely fiscal responsibility. I've consistently challenged the URSU executive and administration on tightening our belts. I would love to provide my voting record or fiscal management policies that I have been able to do. Also, engagement, previously mentioned the Divas Drag Show, which is very exciting for the students. And also voice. I believe I bring a fairly strong voice to the board of directors, and that can also be reviewed by looking at my track record. You know, above all, as well, I guess in a closing statement, is a lot of folks on the call have been talking about accountability and transparency today. And I think that when you're in an elected position at the Students' Union, you will always be under the microscope. And I think by what we can witness today, when you're under the microscope, you will always be judged. And I have done everything that I possibly can do with those values intact. And also by being accountable and transparent, you know, I've kept my camera on the whole meeting. I think that is a testament to I'm here for the students and I'm here to advocate on behalf of all students, not just 2S LGBTQ. But I'm here to be engaged and accountable and all that other jazz. If folks do want, I'm going to throw my email in the chat, and then David, I'll pass it back to you.
Okay, thank you for that. And before we move on, I do want to apologize to you, Style, and to all the participants. I was in control of the chat. I didn't know these people would come and do this. I think it was very wrong of them to have done so. This is a debate among candidates, not an opportunity for the airing of other grievances. So I apologize for that.
Thanks, David. And like I said, folks that want to put their hat in the ring and get involved, there's a lot of things that the board has to do, not because we want to, but because we have to. And that's our fiduciary duty that some people have been talking about. And by doing some of that, sometimes you ruffle feathers. Someone once told me that if you're not doing your job right, you're not ruffling feathers. So I'd like to think that I've been doing my job properly, and that's why some folks might be disgruntled with some choices. Thanks, David.
Okay, very good. Next, I'd like to call up Andrea Vera. Are you with us, Andrea?
Hi, yes, I'm here.
Hello, welcome. Do you want to begin by telling us who you are and why you're running for this position?
For sure. Well, hello, everyone. My name is Andrea Vera. I am from Mexico. This is my second year. I am the program of news media, journalism and communications. They just changed the name, but it's journalism. And I'm very grateful for the space, for the opportunity of running. And I basically have been throughout my life, or at least a big part of it, surrounded by this magnificent community and so diverse and so big. And of course, also surrounded by the issues this community is facing. And I think it's really important to not be blind to it, to address it, to be part of it, to get involved. And most importantly, I think it's really vital to do it from a place from openness to learn, to listen. And that has always been a key for me. And this position is a great opportunity for keep doing it.
Okay. Andrea, may I ask you, if you are elected to this position, what will be your top 3 priorities?
Well, first, I would like to focus on the matter of raising disability. I think the community stories and the community perspectives need to be represented. And it's not only about giving a voice, but to listen what those voices have to say. I think that is really important. I would also like to help create safe spaces or safe events, safe places where we can address things like mental health, the challenges, the needs of every person and every identity that is in this immense community, and that these spaces become easy to access and effective, whatever the purposes are. And my last thing that it will be a purpose, it will be to raise awareness. We have this continuing need of education and awareness in this faculty, in this community, and to talk about issues, to talk about like the policies regarding identity, about names, to talk about, most importantly, the intersectionality that we have inside the community. There are people from all the countries, from all the socio-economical backgrounds, from all mentalities, from many places. And I think to address that and embrace that diversity is really important. And to talk about equity and rights, to talk about Saskatchewan, how is Saskatchewan evolving and developing in these matters is really important. It is important to create awareness of all these matters, I believe.
Okay, thank you for that. Inspired by feedback from other candidates, I'm going to slightly rephrase my final question and say, what is special about you, Andrea? What do you bring to this position that is unique?
Yeah, I believe it was a very tricky question to make that comparison, because like I said, this is a very strong community, but not as big. So just to have this representation is really nice. So what I can bring is just try to be as most trustworthy for you, that I can listen to what you need, that I can listen what the community needs and be that channel to make things happen, and leave the decision to the people that is gonna vote. Yeah.
Okay, very good. Thank you for that. We are going to move on in one moment to Students with Disability Constituency. But before we do, I see we are joined by Bashar Moolla. Bashar, are you with us? Your colleagues.
Hi, David. I already
Hello.
present. I already presented. I just got kicked off the call, so I joined back.
Oh, I
Sorry.
see. Okay. In that case, let us move on. Students with Disability Constituency. I'm going to ask Aum Patel to come up. Aum, are you with us?
Hey, David. Am I audible?
Hello. Yes, you are. Welcome. Do you want to begin by telling us who you are and why you are running for disability students with disability constituency?
Yeah, why not? Myself, Aum Patel, and I'm pursuing with bachelor's in CS. Um, and apart from that, I have a YouTube channel wherein I help new students, like international students, majorly. Hello.
Yes. Hello. Can I ask, if you are elected, what will be your top 3 priorities?
So the number one thing is that I personally believe that major of the students in university don't know what sort of services URSU provides. So I'll make sure that that I can help them. I can aware them about the all the services which URSU provides them. For example, health benefits, etc. The number two is that I help people in many ways, but I'm very sad that I can't help them financially. And I believe that with this position, I can help them financially also. Uh, and that's and that and the third major thing is that I'll make sure that everybody's getting equal rights for whatsoever things they are doing at the university. So yeah, these are the three major points which I would cover if I become the director of this thing.
Okay, very good. One final question for you. What is unique or special about you? What do you bring to this role that no one else does?
Yeah, so actually, I'm the social media manager at the faculty of KHS, and that's the main reason that I have a big number of data about the health and all those things, about health studies, about fitness, and all these things. And I personally believe that I can use all this data in helping the students with disabilities, with those who are injured people, and that's the main reason I can help them in a much better way than anybody else can does.
Okay, thank you for that. Next, I'd like to ask Dilpreet Singh to come. Are you with us, Dilpreet?
Yeah, hi David. Hi everyone.
Hello, welcome. Do you want to begin by telling us who you are and why you are running for Students with Disability Constituency?
Yeah, sure. So my name is Dilpreet Singh, and I'm an international student currently, and this is my first year at the university. And I have always found that helping people in need has always excited me a lot. And on top of that, helping friends with the special abilities is the most novel experience that one can have. So here I am running for the position of board director for students with special abilities.
Excellent. Thank you for that. Now, can you tell me, if you are elected, what will be your top 3 priorities?
Well, if I get elected, I'm looking forward to work on certain aspects like the utmost being equitable representation. I want to assure that the voices of students with special abilities are acknowledged and valued. I want to create an environment where my friends feel represented. In addition to that, I'm looking forward to educate the university community about disability rights, accommodations, and the most important being the importance of empathy in one person's life. And I'm planning to achieve this through various means like campaigns, events, social platforms, the best I can. So this is all I have to say.
Okay, very good. I'm sorry, remind me, did I ask you about your 3 priorities?
Yeah. So
Good.
I'm only left with the last question.
Yes,
So
thank you. So can you tell us
yeah.
what is unique about you? What do you bring to this role that no one else can?
So I have had past experiences where I have worked with social welfare organizations in my home country, the one being welfare home for differently abled people situated in my hometown. And while working for this noble cause, I realized that this is an area that excites me a lot. I've spent time nursing them, taking care of their needs, and in total making them feel better. So I believe my profile is backed up by the experience I possess. So and my genuine passion and the ability to take on responsibility sets me apart from the other candidates.
Okay, thank you for that.
Yeah.
Candidates, students, we have come to the end of the list of contested positions. I want to ask before I move on, are there any students, candidates who came late who would like to speak now? All right. Are there any candidates in non-contested positions who would like to say something? You're welcome to, although I have not asked you. All right then, candidates, I think that brings us to the end of this candidate forum. I want to thank all of you for participating and for running as candidates. Running as a candidate is very important. It's an important contribution to democracy. So whether you win or lose, you're to be congratulated. So thank you all again, and good luck with the rest of your campaigns. All right, with that, I will be ending the meeting. Good evening to all.